Every day, 6-year-old Zach and 3-year-old Teddy Withnell live with the constraints of muscular dystrophy.
Over time, they're going to get a bit more difficulty with mobility, having a lot more falls and potentially requiring wheelchair use at an early age.
Making life even trickier for the small family, Dad James has MS and diabetes and his own mobility issues. But lucky for them, they have superhero Grandad Jeff.
I love everything about them. The thought of they're going to go before you is quite daunting. And that's a harsh reality, because there's no cure for this illness at this point of time.
Jeff and his wife Sharon, aka Iron Man and Wonder Woman, are on a mission to change that. They're motorcycling from Hervey Bay to Melbourne to raise money and awareness for their grandson's illness.
They had the funding to be able to pursue the science, hopefully be able to reverse the process of all this muscle cells deteriorating.
Along the way, they'll meet up with people who have muscular dystrophy and support groups, even paying a visit to Zach's school.
We're just so grateful that they're doing this, such a big event, to raise awareness for something that is just not well known.
And Jeff, who's previously raised nearly enough money to build the family a new disability-friendly home, has just one goal.
I want them to have every opportunity that all the other kids have. I want them to live a full life.
81-year-old Phyllis McDonald lived to help others.
She was loving, she was generous. She became a second mum to a lot of our friends because she was just beautiful.
A beautiful soul with a quirky obsession.
She always had deer statues. She had a soft deer on her bed. They were always around.
After a long stint in hospital with a series of health problems, Phyllis asked to spend her last days at home with her family. Knowing time was running out, Phyllis's daughters decided to give their mum one last surprise.
The only thing that we could think of doing would be bringing a real-life deer to sit on her bed where her stuffed one would usually sit.
And Simone and Chris Clifford, who run a petting zoo, were only too happy to help out.
I know how horrible it's been with COVID and not being able to see your loved ones, so I just felt for the family.
The pair dropped everything to drive the fawn, aptly named Bambi, 2 hours to be by Phyllis's side. And her reaction made it all worthwhile.
Most of the time of that day, she was out of it. And the minute she saw that man walk through the door with the deer in his arms, her face just lit up.
4 days later, Phyllis passed away.
After she saw the Bambi, she kind of slipped away into a coma and she never woke up again after that the next day.
Yep.
And tomorrow, Phyllis's life will be celebrated with the only theme possible.
We've got her coffin actually wrapped in a Bambi photo. All the family have a Bambi T-shirt and they'll all wear a Bambi T-shirt to her funeral to honour her.
She was so happy.
She was.
Oh, right. Well, that's me for the show. I'm done. That's amazing. You know, I had a friend at school who suffered from muscular dystrophy, and it's an awful disease. So, you know, good on those grandparents for getting out and trying to raise money. There's so many things you can raise money for, but I just love seeing stories like that where people are so driven by love. And Phyllis's girls as well, amazing. So, yeah, well done.
If you want details on how to donate to Jeff's big ride too, all the details are on our website.